Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Today is Tuesday. Welcome back to a Tuesday with me, Tuesdays with Christina, and I'm so glad you're with me. So, today we're going to be discussing book writing as usual because that's where we're headed. We're writing our first book, and today I want us to talk about doing research. When you're starting your book, you want to do research on a couple of things. What's already been out there, what's already been done, and the reason you're doing that is because you want to see what people are talking about in your area, what has been popular. So, what you do is you go on Amazon, look up the top books in your genre, and see what is popping up. What's the topic or the trend? What keeps happening? You want to follow trends to see what's popular. You want to know what people are interested in. And then you're going to read reviews. Reading reviews helps you to know what readers actually want, what they actually like, what they're interested in. This will help you to figure out how you can position yourself so that you stand out in the marketplace. When you know who your competition is, then you can know how to position yourself. And you can also you could stay close to a topic that you know people like, or you could stay away from topics that you know people don't care about. And you can not make the same mistakes other people have made. Sometimes people will say in their reviews what a person did wrong, and then you can say, aha, I know now not to do that. Usually what I've read in reviews is people will say, well, this sounds like every other book I've read before, So you really have to be so particular about coming out strong with very unique position, very unique stories that make you sound different because people they if they've read a lot of books in a certain category, your book going into the same category might just be just another one among many. And because they have so many options, if you're saying the same thing as everyone else, you're not going to stand out. So you have to figure out what can you say differently that makes you stand out from your competition. So that's number one with your research is figuring out what your competition is doing, what are people saying about the competition, and also not to copy off your competition, but to move away from what they're doing to categorize yourself at a different angle than everyone else. So you sound different when you come out the gate. I find this interesting in terms of even businesses. When you look at businesses, and there are 1,000 different shoe stores, 1,000 different nail salons, but everyone comes with their own unique spin, such as they'll have a unique name. So every nail salon has a unique name, right? Every restaurant has a unique name. Every restaurant they have a specialty, and even if two places have a same specialty, like hamburgers, let's say McDonald's and Burger King, they all do it differently. They focus on something different in their burgers. Like um, Burger King, I don't know, they cook it a different way than McDonald's cooks their burgers, or they pack the burger differently from each other. So it's always something and different in the packaging that makes you stand out from the crowd. So you want to focus on what's your differentiating factor, and also focus on your core values and your unique selling proposition. This is all kinds of business terms, but even so, with business terms, it can apply to a book as well, because a book is a business. A book is the start of your brand. It's the part that signifies who you are and what you believe in, what you stand for, whether it's fiction or nonfiction or poetry. It is your artistic expression, and your artistic expression is different from someone else's. And also, even if you're just starting out and you don't really have very unique ways of doing things yet, maybe you're new to writing, but even so, your unique story and your background makes you super unique. Everyone's background is different. Even if two people come from the same town, they always have something different. Like it's a fingerprint. There's something different. Like I was looking up about the different Disney princesses, and they were like, well, most of the princesses, they all had blue or brown eyes, right? Snow White, Jasmine, Ariel, you know, they all had blue or brown eyes. But the only one that's different from all of the other princesses is actually Rapunzel. She had green eyes. So that was a fun fact for you from Disney. She has green eyes. She's the only princess that has a green eye. So she's very different from the other princesses, even though, yeah, she also had very long hair, which none of the other princesses had that. So that's just a fun fact in terms of Disney Channel. I mean, Disney movies and the princesses, you know, being different is good because people will remember you. So people remember Rapunzel for her hair, but if you look at her, you'll see she has green eyes, which also makes her stand out different from the other princesses. So every princess is different. Even Pocahontas was different, right? She was the only one that's based off of historical character. So that's something to think about as well. Like, what makes you different? You could have something that is unique in your background that you could add in to spice up how you do things, how you talk about things. What's your angle? So your background gives you a unique angle from your competition. So how can you squeeze in that little area of who you are into your writing to give yourself a unique angle? And we all have something unique about us. There is a pride in our nationality, our culture. So it could be your culture, your nationality. I know there's lots of pride in just being, what is it, Irish? Or like we have St. Patrick's Day, we have Chinese New Year, um, we have Korean food. You know, every culture has their own spin on just anything, food, parades, partying, dance, clothes. Everyone has a unique spin. So there's no way that you could be exactly like someone else. There has to be something different about you. So what you do is find what makes you different from the competition through doing research and looking at yourself, really becoming clear on who you are and doing a self-assessment, really looking at yourself and figuring out, who am I? What makes me different? How do I stand out from the crowd? And that is what makes you unique. So think about it and really stand on it once you figured it out, and really reiterate it over and over to yourself so that it becomes a part of you. So whenever you do anything, that is a part of your brand. And so that makes you unique. So do a competitive research and then also do internal research on who you are to figure out what makes you truly, truly unique. And that's all for this one. I will talk to you on another Tuesday. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.